So, here we go.
All right. Tell me when to start. You want an intro?
No, I don't want an intro, but
Okay.
I will if I have to.
No, I said, do you want a intro?
Oh, yeah.
You do? All right.
No.
What?
Good teamwork.
Okay, so abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bag. But creepy stuff happens in the middle of nowhere, and it's up to Courage to save his new home. All right, that's the intro.
My favorite intro.
Come on,
think
you're not
we-
Courage the Cowardly Dog fans?
I think we have to cut that out, don't we?
Why?
Because it's copyright.
What?
I don't know if that adaptation.
I don't think you know what copyright is.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
right, I don't read the laws.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have guests with us, special guests in the adult film industry, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, cool. Are you at work right now?
Yeah.
Doing that kind of stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you do?
I work at a nightclub currently.
All right.
Oh, okay. Interesting. How was that?
It's fun, to be honest. Definitely like a party vibe.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, I've got
So-
about 7,000 questions lined up here. So, Cole, if you want to go first before I just lay
I
the
have a
hammer down.
single question I just came up with like a few minutes ago. We never talk about music. Like, what does everyone like?
There we go.
I don't think I've ever heard Calvin really talk about music.
Calvin doesn't listen to music.
Yeah, he does. I've heard him say he's listening to music. I just don't hear what type he likes.
I listen to whatever's on most of the time. It's just...
That was the worst answer he could have given.
Well, I know, but no. To be honest, it's literally I don't have really a music preference. It's like whatever's on.
I get that to a point, but that was still a bad answer.
But I don't know. I guess I grew up with classic rock, so that would be my choice.
There you
of
go.
music.
That's fine. I definitely go through like different moods of music. Like it's like by year kind of, or like by a couple years. I've been in more to like alternative rock, like KG Elephant, stuff like that right now.
Bro, the way I listen to music, I'll like find a certain song and I'll really like that song and I'll listen to it about 1,000 times until I don't like that song.
I do that sometimes too.
And then I stop listening to that song.
Girl in Red I started to listen to recently, but I already hate it now after like 2 days of listening to it.
Yeah, it's really cool though when you find that super unique artist that you can keep listening to and never get sick of.
It's KG Elephant for me right now.
Dude,
I felt that way with Odd Future
Um,
when I was like 14, but now I'm just kind of like that stuff's okay.
I like a lot of rap too. I've always been a fan of Action Bronson.
I've heard you talk about him, but I don't know who that is.
He's a really chunky white guy who's like from New York. Like if you look up a picture of him, you'll see what I'm talking about. He's really good though.
He's a big fat man.
Yeah, he has his own food show.
He's a big man. I feel like I've seen this guy
I,
before.
I like Jadena too. Not a lot of people know who Jadena is.
No, he's good. He was in the Luke Cage soundtrack.
Yeah, that's where I found him.
Dude, that's the first song I heard from him too. Long Live the King. Long Live the
Yeah, it's so good. I went to his concert actually. I went to his concerts now.
Oh man, what a show! And that soundtrack that was a good one. That
Yeah, it
was a
was.
smart move.
Yep. I thought that was really well done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like a bunch of stuff. I mean, I also like old music. I was singing Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra while cooking earlier to my girlfriend. It's like I like a bunch of shit like
choice. Classic.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Trying to think. I also like Billy Joel's really good. I'd love to go to a Billy Joel concert, or not Billy Joel. Who sang Benny and the Jets? Googling. I can
no.
hear you.
Elton John.
Elton
you
John.
go.
I want to go to Elton John concert. You know how much tickets are? Cheapest tickets you can get there, $350 a piece.
Mm,
Jeez,
jeez.
I know. I want to go, but I can't. Can't afford that. Yeah, it's really sad. Calvin might have disconnected, by the way. I don't know what happened.
I'm still
Calvin,
here.
you good?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm still here.
Have you guys heard of Surfaces or Forest?
I don't think I have. What genre?
He right now is actually like they've kind of grouped him into like an indie pop genre, but
Okay.
he's got a very unique sound where he's got a lot of Castile drums and his own guitar kind of it's just super unique and it's got a very beachy vibe. It's very, very nice. Very
right.
relaxing.
What about you, Marie? What do you like?
I like the Goo Goo Dolls a lot still.
Mm.
Okay, fair.
Did you just say big ooh dolls?
I can almost guarantee you don't remember me, but we were like, I knew you when we were really young. Like I think my babysitter was your neighbor or something, Marie. Something like
Wait,
that.
which one is this talking?
Wait, what?
Which person is this talking?
Cole Thrasher.
Oh, yeah.
Way to
you
dox
would-
yourself.
Yeah,
Everyone
they-
knows my name. I don't care.
I'm trying to think of her name now, but I cannot remember it.
D.
She
I
had, like,
know
a
it was
big
D.
backyard and stuff.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't been back to Worthington in probably a year now. I don't miss it at all.
You know, and I do not miss it either.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Small ass town, gross. Seth, remember us just like running around constantly? Like, did we talk about on the podcast how we'd badger just like the janitors at the school there?
Yeah, we do very mischievous things when we
We
were
had to
kids.
run up and just like knock on windows and scare the shit out of them at like 10 or 11 at night.
Me and Skylar, when we were kids, we used to steal from the concession stands at the football
You
field.
told me that. I was like,
I
yeah.
think some other high school kids broke the door open,
They
and
did.
and me and Skylar went there, and we tried to we'd open it, and then we'd like go in there and see. They had Monster in there. They had like big ass
Do
bags
you
of
think
candy and stuff.
they ever
We could
caught
take
on,
it.
or they're just like, it seems we're kind of lower than usual?
They definitely caught on. They definitely did because they had one of those like big 32 packs of Monster, and we just took the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So you messed it up for everyone.
Well, I'm
Kind of.
gonna guess that they never that they didn't have cameras though, because they couldn't pin it on anyone.
No, they didn't. This is back before cameras were really a big thing.
Oh, okay, all right.
Schools and stuff. But
But you're not that old. Don't.
well, we were like, I'd say we were 13, 14 when it happened.
Is it bad that "Okay, Boomer" would have been just a fun response? But as it is.
I have no idea how old you are, but Seth's a little bit younger than me. What are you, like a year younger than me, Seth?
I'm 21.
Yeah,
Are
a
you
year younger.
I'm about to be 22.
I'll be 22 in May.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
believe you'll make it.
Wait, you'll be 22
don't.
in May?
Yeah.
I'm older than you.
No, I'll be 23 in May, my bad.
Oh,
Forgot my age.
I was gonna say.
I was like, wait, there's no way. And I'm like, oh, I fucked up. Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just rapid fire some questions here. Are you ready?
No.
Does God approve of your job?
Definitely not. My
I guess
family
we're
doesn't
going
do
both.
it.
Do you still do like porn and stuff? Can I say that? Is that offensive?
Yeah. No,
That's
you're
offensive?
good. Yeah, I still do it.
Let
Oh,
us know if we're being offensive. We don't mean to be.
Yeah.
No,
You guys-
we'll shut up. All right.
Just really focused on my jigsaw puzzle. Sorry.
Oh.
Um,
So what kind of porn do you do? Have you ever done like an anal compilation or?
No, just like I've done it with 2 guys so far, and then I mainly do guy on girl, like just regular.
yeah.
Have you ever been asked to do anything?
Seth, I want you to know I had to take my headset off for a minute. I knew he was going to do something stupid. I just took my headset off. I was like, oh, God.
Have you ever been asked to do something like that you're not comfortable doing?
No, not yet. I'm honestly open to most stuff, so it works out pretty well.
What about dogs?
Oh, shut
Okay,
up.
nothing like that.
He's
Nothing
trying
like
to be a little shit now.
I
So
thought
you've
we
never been
talked
asked to. I heard that female porn stars a lot of the time they don't like having sex with gay dudes because they don't want to catch HIV.
Well, that's
So-
what we get tested about twice a month. We have to get blood tested and then a swab test too. So my company makes sure that we're all really clean, thankfully.
I was
Oh,
kind of
nice.
curious about that, like how that process went.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting to hear about.
Would you have sex with a gay dude?
Yeah, I have. Like most of the guys
Oh.
on there are bi guys. So I've had sex. The video that I did with the 2 guys, they were like doing stuff while we were doing stuff. So
Oh,
I feel like that's probably like most of the dudes in that industry, though.
it is. They
They're
like
just
like bi guys.
desensitized to women.
No, I feel
Yeah.
like they're just kind of more comfortable with themselves. Like straight guys kind of have a thing where they're like,
Yeah, I could
I
understand.
don't
that.
know, where they're like they can't be like too comfortable with themselves. It's weird, but I'm not
Don't make
saying
fun
it's
of-
like 100%
Don't make
wrong.
fun of
But
me.
well, Calvin, I don't know what
Even
Calvin is.
given up.
Calvin's asexual, so I don't know how that fits into this.
Has your job ever affected like your personal life or the people
Yeah,
in your personal life?
yeah, when I broke up with my last ex, he sent my video to all my family and friends.
Oh, that's so
Ooh.
shitty.
Oh, that
They
is
all
awful.
know, you know, it was a mess for a little bit.
That is really shitty.
But when I started doing it, I literally snuck out of the house in the middle of the night and told my family I was going camping with a friend and flew out to Arizona for the night, and then they flew me back the next
That's insane.
That is
God
I thought I was being human trafficked at first, not gonna lie, but it all turned out to be real, so.
That's insane. I can't believe you got away with that.
jeez, that better paid. That must have
You
been
are-
a high
You
paying
are far
job to
too
go
trusting
through
of
all
a
that.
person.
All right. I gotta come up with more questions for these, like especially next time I have more.
Are you a squirter?
What?
Sometimes.
It's gotta be
No.
really good. It's gotta be really good.
That's so creepy how slow he said that. I felt like
He's
Calvin knew he was
probably-
digging himself into a hole and then he just like couldn't get out of it.
I bet you he's half focused on his jigsaw puzzle. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, it's tough, I'm not gonna lie, but
If this is so pixelated, I think it would be better.
Hey Cole,
yeah. So
some viewers said that your stream volume is a little low. Just a heads up.
I mean viewers. Hold on. Wait, is there someone talking in chat?
No, they messaged me personally.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. How is that? Let me check. Because I was like, I didn't see one in chat. I was like, oh shit, is my stream messed up? I turned everything up. That might help.
I can use your name. Do you want me to dox you?
What?
I don't know.
It's
what
Kermit.
Oh, okay.
You mean free publicity? Thank you.
I don't. That's not the same
Thank you
thing.
for finding that piece, Cole. I was looking for that for a while.
So, were you in a relationship while you were doing like adult films and stuff?
I have been, yeah. I've been in a few relationships since I've done it. Like, I always tell them ahead of time, like, if I think I'm going to end up dating them, like, I let them know before we start dating.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, hey, I'm gonna take dick from someone else regardless of anything
Yeah.
you say.
Seth, we need to stream like, or we need to do a podcast in person so I can like, I don't know, shove you or something when you're being dumb.
You can't stop me.
I could.
They
if we
gave
were
me
in
a
person.
platform. You can't deplatform me.
I should have taken you up and you're like, you want to stream while I'm up there? Nah, my apartment's too dirty though right now. Speaking of my apartment, you know how damn
Need some
cold it is in
tequila.
here today? 58 degrees inside.
Yeah, it's like
Banana
80 degrees
page.
outside right now. Are you in Arizona right now?
No, I live in Florida currently.
God, it must be
Florida
so
guy.
much nicer than it is.
So how
here.
often do you see the
No.
Florida Man headline?
Do what?
How
Just
often do you see the Florida Man headline?
Florida man
Not
does
bad.
blank kind of thing.
Mm,
Hold on,
This-
mm.
got this.
How did you get into the industry, the business?
So I tell people like a different story, but the main way I actually got into it was me and my friend. I was dating a girl at the time, so me and my girlfriend were like sitting there watching porn, and an ad popped up like, "Do you think you're hot enough to do this?" And we were drinking, and I was
That's
like,
real?
"Yeah." So I like sit in my.
That's real? I thought that stuff would be fake. I'm like so shocked
Not Cole,
that's
you
real.
think you're hot enough to do porn?
No.
So
Give it
I
a shot.
did that, and the next day they responded to like fly me out, and so I just kind of like went with it.
Oh, okay. That I'm surprised that really worked out.
So why were you and your friend watching porn?
Well,
Like really kind of sex to porn.
Do it. It's a good thing Mace isn't here. I wonder why
Alright,
Mace had to go shower.
Here's a good question. When was the first time you saw porn?
Oh, like when I was like 12, probably. My cousin came running up to me, and her brothers had looked it up on the computer. So she was like, "Check this out."
That's probably about the right age. Most people do. Oh, Calvin still hasn't seen it.
What do your
Yeah, I don't watch porn.
No, he's joking.
What do your friends and family think of your career? If you don't mind me asking.
So my family, we really don't talk about it. Like they know about it, but they don't want to talk about it really.
That's fair. That's
They don't
understandable.
have to at first.
Do they
My
watch your
friends-
films?
Oh my god.
No.
Would you watch
They
your
got
family's
videos.
films?
Well, I mean,
Huh?
some people do.
Okay,
Would they-
Seth, your brother's like, yo, I just made this film. Come check it out. And he pulls up Pornhub or something. And
Yeah,
what would you do?
I'd give it a watch. I'd bring him.
A lot of my friends watch it, but my family does not. Like, at least hopefully they don't.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't
I
think
mean,
your family would be like, "Hey, guess what I was watching the other."
Yeah, that's fair.
That would be a little.
Like, you did great in your performance, sweetie.
Seth, you need your brother back on the podcast when he's not like baked out of his mind.
Yeah.
That's what he says. He's like, I'd actually like to be on, but I was like too gone.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. I'd love to have him on.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a partner during like a shoot that you didn't enjoy having?
Every single one of
Honestly,
them.
not really. They pair us up pretty good, to be honest. There was one last time that like I wasn't as attracted to as I normally am the other ones, but like if you let them know like what your type is and stuff, and they're like stuff, they do pretty good about it. Like they'll throw different people in to see how it mixes, but normally they're pretty good at sticking to like what works best.
Nice.
That's kind of what I was wondering. Is it just a job, or is also like, do you get like pleasure from it, or, I'm kind of saying.
I definitely get pleasure from it still. Like I wouldn't do it if I didn't. But
Oh, that's fair. I didn't know if it was just a job for. I imagine it's for some people.
yeah. No, it's fun too. Like last time they had it in Airbnb and there was a whole group of us, so we got to hang out and they take us shopping and stuff. So
Oh, really?
It's kind of like a little party and stuff at the same time.
All right, that's pretty cool.
It's definitely fun.
Nice. You got any more?
What do you say to people who say porn is demeaning to women?
I
You should
really
give it a try.
normally just don't respond to people that send like hate messages and stuff. And like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't give a fuck that much because my family and stuff already know. So if they know and they don't care that much, I don't really care what other people think.
Yeah.
That's a good
My
mindset to have.
family tried getting me to go to church because of it and stuff, and that didn't work out. So
That's just kind of like a general life lesson, though. Like, you can't really care about what everyone thinks just because you always have shitheads. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like what you're doing for some reason.
Especially if you have fun with it, then you might as well go ahead and just do it. Like if it makes
Yeah.
you happy, have fun.
I mean, as long as you're not like physically hurting someone.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
That's the most fun. I don't know.
I just want to clarify, like, there's a difference.
Mm.
So I've heard a lot of studies have been like shown that that porn kind of gives men a unrealistic view of like sexual intercourse. What's your take on that?
I mean, like most of it is real and stuff. Like obviously we're having sex and stuff, but we do like cut and reshoot and like all different kinds of stuff like that to make it a little bit better, hopefully for the audience. So it
How
is
long? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean
Is
to cut
that
you off.
usually hard to do?
what.
Is that usually hard to do? Like having to like, I don't know, stop and hold position for the camera or something?
Kind of weird 'cause there's a guy literally standing there with a camera, but like we get used to him because we see him every time we go out there, and he talks to us and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like every now and then it's weird because you'll be like getting close to someone, and then he'll be like, "All right, next position," or like do this or something like this, and we're like, "What?" But
Like, okay, sorry. So how long like does that like a process take? Like how long would you say an average day of that is?
An average shoot.
Yeah.
like how long do we shoot for? Or?
Yeah.
So normally, like we aim for 30 minutes.
Okay.
But sometimes we go over, and then we're out there for about anywhere from 2 days to a week shooting at times. So
Oh, okay. Hey, that's a-
Seems like there's enough downtime as well.
yeah, I bet there probably is downtime.
yeah, there's a lot of times they must to like talk to each other and actually like kind of have some type of connection before we just hop in. But
So it's
sometimes
not
we'll
just like, hey, what's up? High five. Let's go for it.
Sometimes it's like the first day we shoot, normally we get right off the plane, take a shower, and then do a scene like immediately.
Okay.
So normally the first person in the group we don't get to meet really until after we've shot with them. So
Yeah.
So you pretty much just land, take a shower, and just start clapping cheeks.
yeah, pretty much.
Have you ever had any awkward moments like during a scene?
There are a few like some of the guys can't come really like. So they have to watch videos for a bit and stuff.
Oh,
And
that is really awkward.
so you just have to sit there and like wait for them to get ready a little bit and then go back to shooting.
That sucks because this dude's with like 9-inch cocks, and they're like ripped, and they just can't get off. That would
You're
be
just sitting there
embarrassing.
thinking like, we don't want to go out to eat later or something like that.
See, that's the thing. I heard something about that where it was like because of how desensitized they are to like specific, I guess, tastes. I guess in their sense, like if you were really into a certain type, the more that you experience with a certain type, the
It's
less
like
it's appealing.
Tolerance. The same
Yeah,
thing with
yeah,
like
exactly.
alcohol or it's like any like thing. It's just like you get used to it.
Yeah,
A lot of them use like muscle boosters too and stuff because they want the guys to be pretty buff, obviously.
Yeah.
So those like muscle boosters affect them some with it, which can be a big problem at times. But
All right. Have you ever had like a guy who's like really unprofessional or rude?
there was one when I first started. It was like my second time shooting, and
Don't
he
talk
just
about me like that.
he just didn't really give a crud about if he was hurting or not while doing it.
Oh, that's really
And so
shitty.
they sent him home like halfway through the shoot.
All right.
Mhm.
That's good to hear that they actually take care of that. Like they pay attention.
Yeah, if you don't get along with someone, they'll push it out for someone else.
Oh, okay. That was really nice.
You telling me they don't drive you like slaves?
No, they're pretty nice to us.
All right. You got any more stuff? Or am I going to have to come up some?
Yeah, you go. I had
off the
7,000 questions, but about 6,990 of them got lost.
What?
Hmm.
Sounds like you probably find them.
Actually, I got a brief
Hey.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you prefer, because since you live in Florida, I'm Florida gang as well, but I much prefer northern weather. what weather do you prefer? Like north,
I
south?
definitely prefer the heat. Like
Same.
even right now, when it's warm, I still have like 2 heated blankets on my bed, and my thermostat is like always on 77.
Holy
Oh,
shit, dude! I would
That's-
die.
That's
Oh,
too hot.
Yeah,
That's too hot.
Yeah, I keep my
Anything
room
over
a nice
50 is too hot.
68.
No, like
Yeah.
the snow, I will not go outside if it's snowing. So like when I lived back home and stuff, and it would snow, I would literally cry most of the time. Like
Bro,
my
it's
Oh,
snowing
I don't
right
want-
now.
I walked 2 miles today in like 20-degree weather and like 3 inches
I
of
hate
snow.
it.
Did it snow up there in Muncie?
Yeah, it did.
It snowed
Oh,
pretty
man.
bad down here.
We probably got like 5 inches actually down here.
That's a lot.
Ew, no, I can't do that.
I had to
See-
walk in it. It's
See,
not great.
I was in New York for like 3 weeks camping, like only about a week or two ago,
Mhm.
and the weather for me, I just think it's so perfect because I miss the fall. I miss the leaf change. That's
Yeah.
something that I think is just super nice. And also, I love like flannels and stuff, so getting to wear that's nice.
I
But
like-
yeah, I can see like
I
the
like
snow
spring
gets
up
to
here.
be a hassle.
Um,
I'm gonna say the fucking winter came too quick here. Like fall never happened. The leaves
yeah,
changed
we
color, and
got
that was it.
maybe 3 or 4 days of actual like fall like weather. The rest was either like 80 degrees or it was down to like 40, 30.
Jeez, yeah.
As you can tell, I just wanted to build Pepe's face.
Do you miss like the leaf change or any of that stuff, or are you really like you
like-
more of a palm tree?
Yeah, I miss like the warm fall like type thing, but when it goes straight to cold, like I can't do it. Like I like running at night when it's cool out and stuff.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah,
it's
that's
too
fair.
cold, I like hide inside completely.
I
Yeah.
haven't been down to Florida in probably like 2 years, but I couldn't stand the mugginess, and I Airbnb'd somewhere like center. I think it was like Sarasota or something, like right by Ocala, and the humidity just killed me the entire time.
Well, I'm from Michigan, so humidity never bothered me in Florida. I just hated everything else about it. It was hot.
It's also
Well,
The
it's
weather was
wildlife, man.
terrible because it was either when I was there for like a year, and it pretty much every day was either just at fucking ridiculously hot or it was raining, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
fuck.
inland Florida is pretty sketchy too.
The
Like
drug
with
problem
Dead
is-
Center is like biker gang. Was all I seen. Like everyone was on the biker gang there pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the coast is fine. I mean, you're gonna have crazy people on the coast, but it's not like people who do that for a living.
Yeah. Northern
There are
Florida's
really
not bad.
crazy people all over Florida, like way
Oh,
more
yeah.
than Indians, I feel like, unfortunately.
Well, you know they call Florida or God's waiting room and America's basement. So
Oh
choose
no.
your poison.
I think I was south of Ocala, and yeah, that I didn't like that area really. I mean, my Airbnb was nice, but that like every time I had to go out into town was just trash. I didn't mind going to the coast though. It was like a 30-minute drive to the beach.
I
No.
swear to God, Florida only has crackheads. Like I went to the beach a couple of times when I was there, and
What
and everybody I saw seemed like they were high on crack.
you prefer the Gulf or the other side?
Yeah.
You prefer the Gulf or the other side?
So I'm in Pensacola right now. Like,
Okay,
know
so
where that
Gulf,
is.
right?
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
where I lived when I was in Florida.
aw. Yeah, I definitely like. I lived in Panama City for a little bit, and I want to move back there. But for right now, like, it's pretty nice here. Like, it was 75 all day today. So
Oh, that's pretty
See,
nice.
that's not
I
too
was in-
bad.
I
See,
like
I'm
the
in
other
Port
side
St.
more.
Lucie. I'm on the coast of Port St. Lucie, and it is hot like all the time here. It is high 80s.
oh,
and
I
we
will
get,
so
like-
trade with you.
oh man, I
The
don't
whole
know.
side.
Yeah. You know what? North Florida is nice though, because you guys get you do get seasons up there. A little more
I
Yeah.
on the
was I
panhandle.
stayed in. I'm completely wrong. I didn't stay in Sarasota. I was in Winter Haven. Is where I stayed.
Okay. Yeah. Hot there
Um,
too.
And then I went and stayed at my aunt's who lived down there. She lives in Naples, which was
Oh,
I like
Naples.
Naples a
Oof.
lot. Naples is bougie though.
See,
Yeah.
Naples was nice, but we went up there for the hurricane cleanup because it got really messed up in Naples.
Did it?
Oh yeah, Oh man, the ocean, the water surge came all the way up, and
I wonder how my
The ocean ate
like you would go one street over and it would be totally fine, and then you'd go the next street and the houses were just leveled. It was
my
pretty nuts.
my uncle owns a house there. He's my uncle-in-law. I'm sure it didn't affect him too hard. Like he's a really wealthy man. I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast before. He was one of the founders of Singular Mobile. And when they sold out, he sold, I don't know how much he got exactly, but it had to be somewhere hundreds of millions. Like, he's a wealthy man. Like, he came to my cousin's wedding, and a Porsche he just bought just for the wedding, and then peeled out in a gravel driveway with it. And I was like, this guy's so lucky. He's a really funny dude, too. I like him.
Wow.
But his Naples house was so nice.
And so that's pretty much what my uncle was like before he passed away. It's like he if you asked him, he was a poor farmer, but man literally had a yacht as a fishing boat, like like double deck yacht, pretty much as a fishing boat.
His house in Naples, like they had like a giant in-ground pool, but like their entire backyard was fenced in with like this netting that keeps mosquitoes out, and then past that was like their backyard was a golf course.
Were they near the ocean, or were they more inland?
They were kind of inland. They're like one of those rich people suburb things.
Oh, okay, yeah,
The gated community.
Yeah.
He was telling us about his or the golf club there, and he's like, you know what a tier 1 membership is, and we're like, we didn't know how much it was. $200,000 to join just to get a membership. Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, that's insane.
Jeez,
I'm glad I don't like golf.
Just sneak in there to play golf.
I'm glad I don't like golf because that's not a cheap sport to like.
So, I got another question.
It is if you take the 5-finger discount.
Do you ever really orgasm when shooting?
Yeah, most of the time I do. And if not, then we'll like wait for a little bit and reshoot again.
Oh.
All right.
What? I missed the.
Now Seth's gonna wait like an hour before he has another question.
Yeah. I ran out. I'm sorry.
Put us on the spot.
What's the worst part about your job and the best part about your job?
Okay, sorry, what?
What is the worst part about making porn, and what is also the best part?
The worst part probably is like trying to get in shape before it, because I never do, because I like food too much.
Yeah,
And like people finding out like you don't want to know, basically. But
Yeah,
the best part. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
The worst part is like, or best part is like meeting new people out there, and it's just like fun, to be honest. It's like a big party out there. So.
Have you ever fallen for someone that you've like shot scenes with?
I did have a crush on one of them for quite a while, but we're not allowed to like exchange phone numbers or anything. Like, we're not allowed to know each other's real names or exchange any info.
Oh, really?
That's probably a safety thing, though. I
like-
understand that.
I feel like the CIA has a similar policy.
Yeah, it's mainly so we don't communicate and like get attached, because they obviously want to keep shooting with other people still.
Yeah, it
So
could
they
also
don't
be
really
like,
tell them anything.
it could be really disruptive to like, I don't know, to work with someone who's having like issues like that, where they're like upset about something over, you know.
You don't want
Exactly.
drama.
Yeah,
And most
exactly.
people are, like, from different places like California, Arizona, like Maine. Like, they're from all over, so it's just like a weird mix.
Yeah.
I got a
Have
question.
you had someone with like a Wisconsin accent or some like really gross accent? You're just like, please no.
No, I've had someone with an Italian accent and a British accent so far.
Okay,
But
those aren't
those
bad
are
ones.
pretty
Wait till you get like a Boston accent, and he's just like,
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
take off your khakis.
No! I was hiding in the bathroom.
Oi, mate, strip down.
So,
Australia's not even that bad. It's just like I
Let's
don't
go
know.
have a long neck BB.
oh man, what is the strangest dream you've ever had? Just like really outlandish,
This is to everyone,
weird
right?
things that you've seen.
We've talked about this before, but you're new, so we'll bring back
It's
up.
okay. We could just cater
Yeah,
it towards
yeah.
Murray.
I'm excited because I want to hear.
I don't know. The only weird ones really that I've had is like the falling off the staircase ones. Like when you're walking, all of a sudden you just like fall.
I've
Yeah.
never had those before. I've never had like a dream where I was falling.
I had a bunch as a kid where I'd be like falling through like air ducts in like a building or something.
Then
Yeah,
Those
do
were
show
pretty
us if all
scary.
good. Oh yeah.
No, my weirdest. I'll just do it quick because we talked about it. But I, as a kid, had a dog, and I was like my parents said not to let it drink out of a toilet. So I had a dream that it drank out of the toilet and like turned into a monster from a movie. It was like killing people.
Oh my god.
Oh
And
god.
that freaked me out.
Oh, I had an amazing one once where I had like a dream of my childhood home, and I went downstairs, and my dad was just repeating one thing, and he looked at me and then poured coffee on himself, and that was the end of the dream.
It's like,
You
are
good?
you alright, Dad?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
It was
good?
so weird because he acted like he was taking a drink of it, and it just straight down his
Psych.
shirt.
That was really weird.
It's just a fond memory, you know.
I don't know about font, but yeah.
Have you ever been recognized from the videos that you've made?
Yes, I have. Here at the club, I've been recognized twice. And then it's like really weird because they won't say anything till they see my tattoo. And then they'll be like, no, it's for sure you because you have the same tattoo. I checked. And one guy literally brought my video up on his phone and like zoomed in on my tattoo. And I was like,
Like,
all right.
I double checked.
Yeah. They were in the Phoenix, like the Arizona airport. Like, there was one, and it was a girl that recognized me, like a lady. And she was trying to be all quiet about it because she had her husband with her. She was just like, that's over me as I was sitting there waiting for my flight. And she was like sitting by me awkwardly, looking at me, like side eyeing me for like 20 minutes straight before she said it. So I thought she was trying to rob me at first or something.
Did she say something to you?
Yeah, she just asked me if it was me at first, and I tried like saying no and like kind of ignoring her, but she just kept like asking about it and stuff. And so then I was like, yeah, that's actually where I'm heading right now. So then she's really excited and took a picture with me.
Man, that has
Her
to
husband's like, who is that? And she's just like, no one. No
be,
one.
that has to be
Don't worry about it.
really.
Baggy pants and a t-shirt, so I never look hot. In the picture she took, I literally look like a fucking crackhead, like sitting there next to me. So,
Yeah, that's fair. So at your job now, do you ever have like, I don't know, like I get so weird around sketchy people, but I imagine like you have a bunch of those around there.
oh yeah. So I have a day job and I'm in school, and then this is my night job. And
Yeah.
this is by far like where they have some of the weirdest people, both workers and customers.
Mm.
I kind of get it because I worked at a gas station, and you see some fucked up people in the gas station.
Don't talk about me like that, Cole. Hurts my feelings.
Like you always had your nice people that would show up. Like usually the rich people are the nice ones, and then
the
you'd
people that
have
wanna rob you.
someone. Like we had a guy come in and like throw a bunch of change down. He's like, I want that in gas, and then he grabbed like the excess change and threw it down. He's like, make sure you put that in too. Don't forget that. I was like, all right, chill. I was like, I'll get it. You can ask. You don't have to like grab it and throw it at me.
No, I think the worst job I ever had was Pioneer back home, to be honest.
I never
Wow.
worked there.
I remember that.
I refused. I
It
would
sucked.
not.
I did it every year since I was like 13. I would like 2 weeks before it would end, I would always quit. And
That's
Brad,
what I ended up being a tractor driver, like towards my last season working there. So I kept
Taxi
running
driver? Hell yeah.
Tractor.
a taxi driver.
Wait, you were a tractor driver?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
never was.
Like hardcore. The
Wow.
kids would start fighting and stuff, and I'd literally be like, "Shut the fuck up or get off my tractor!" And then I get
Tractor driver to adult filmmaker.
Yeah.
What a strange.
It was a dumb job. It was pretty much like you sit in this like bucket on this giant long tractor and you just detassel corn all day, and it was awful.
Mm,
We're
A lot of
all
fights
from
broke out.
like we're all from a really tiny town that nothing ever happened. Like it was
Hmm.
so small, it had no stoplights. Like
oh,
its
Yeah.
biggest attraction was a subway.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
there anymore.
You know,
They
that
got rid
sounds-
of it.
See, that sounds nice though, because at least you know everybody in the town.
Yeah, and everyone's a shithead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
here.
they kept trying to get the old people wanted skaters banned. They wanted to like, oh, you can't skate on sidewalks. It was like the whole thing. Like it was big back then. And there was a story on the news where like an old lady called in about how skaters were like busting up sidewalks, and then I think they pulled like footage or something where they seen the old lady breaking sidewalks to frame them.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah,
You know, never
Well, they
mind.
had
I
the
was
skate
gonna
park
say.
there in town for like a month maybe at the most, and then
Oh, it was longer than that. I think it was maybe half a year. I was there every single day.
I remember. I don't remember who it was. It was one of the dudes we skated with, but he like I remember he messed up a grind like 3 times and then just snapped his board in half and started screaming as loud as he could. And it's like that's like the
Ah.
biggest rage I've ever seen from someone over something like skating.
There's a
So,
lot of
Bohan,
weird stuff that happened down there. There was one dude that nailed a squirrel's head to a
Oh
tree
god,
What?
with a railroad spike.
What?
Jesus, that's really fucked up.
No, I thought your small town stories were gonna be nice, but I've changed my mind.
Yeah, that I didn't know about that one.
Yeah. Yeah,
I remember eating shit off the 6 foot drop in a few times. That one hurt.
you actually poop up there?
I fell on my ass.
It's a bowl of poop.
You know, the 6 foot drop in doesn't sound like it's high until you're standing on top of it.
Yeah,
Then it
I
seems-
could never drop in off that 8-footer. I did it like twice, and
Was it 8
I-
foot?
That was the biggest one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I fell off.
Yeah,
few
I did it
times.
like twice, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more.
I never dropped
Ever.
it. I mean, I tried, but I never actually successfully did it.
Hmm,
Yeah.
Oof.
I miss that. We should just film a podcast there, like on the railroad tracks or in the. Do they still have the skate park?
In Worthington?
Yeah, like any
No.
ramps left.
There's
Shit.
no, it's a shelter house now.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
I didn't say I know I've never talked about it on the podcast, but I think I told Cole and Mace the other day. When I lived in Michigan, every year or for like 5 years straight, every year I'd go camping in northern Michigan with my grandma and grandpa, and there was an eagle that lived on their property that liked pancakes.
Oh yeah, you did tell us.
An
They
eagle
would
like
make
pancake?
You said they'd make them pancakes. So they'd be like, "Hey, let's go whip up the eagle some pancakes."
Yeah, no. Every morning we went out and picked fresh blueberries, and then went back to camp and made blueberry
So
pancakes. and
odd,
made
but
one
it's
for the
really
eagle.
cool.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds like fun. Did he ever like get close to you guys, or was he like?
Oh yeah, no. Sometimes he would land where we put his pancake and eat it there. Most of the time he grabbed it and flew off though.
I was
Yeah.
talking about it on the podcast, I don't think, but a girl and I was dating at the time. We're walking down like this gravel road. I think maybe I'll try to find a picture of it. But like, so we were sitting there walking. I was talking to her. I was like, "Stop!" And she just like freaked out. And we looked to the side. There's like an eagle sitting on the side of the road, like maybe like 2 feet, 3 feet away from us, just like staring at us. It's like they're big as shit. Too.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
see this like giant claws that's just sitting there staring at us a few feet away, like not moving at all, like
It's
kind of like at the edge of a forest.
It's a dog that can fly, basically. It's huge.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to mess with that thing. I'm gonna lose an eye.
Oh yeah.
This is giving me the how do you do look.
I wonder if I can find that.
Day,
Damn.
sir.
I got some more questions. Do you spit or swallow?
Follow.
I spit my jaw out.
What's your favorite kind of chaw?
What?
chewing tobacco. We make jokes about it a lot. None of us do it. We just make jokes about it a lot.
That's a bold assumption to make about me. But no, I do not do it.
It especially starts when we play games like Red Dead or we were playing The Hunter and we just kept making chewing jokes.
What's your favorite sex position?
Doggy
Sideways
style.
one.
Gross.
What'd
He
she
says
say?
gross because he's too short.
What was the answer?
Doggy style.
What? What's the ideal size wiener?
I have no
7
idea.
7 inches.
As long as you can work it, like either way, it's good.
Okay, so like
Fair.
I'm rocking about like 3 inches.
I knew he was gonna say that too. Like as soon as he asked this question, I was like, he's waiting for this.
Does it
I think
work?
I've seen one of the videos, like I've literally felt like a penis that was about an inch to start with, and then it grew to like quite a few inches. Like I don't know how to explain it. It went from nothing to like pretty big.
I imagine you like cocking your head to the side, like, I might want to rethink this job.
I can imagine the slide whistle from the SpongeBob episode as it's
No, there's something kind of like, really? And then I just kind of like looked at it, and then he was like, no, for real, just go ahead. And I was like, all right. Like I could
Thrower, not a shower.
Oh yeah. Hey, do you ever plan on like one day settling down or anything, or is this more of a long-term thing for you, or is this like you want to find somebody one day? Are you interested in like a family, or is this just no plan with that?
I like
Josh is asking personally.
So, like, I'll date someone and I'll be like, actually, like, I changed my mind. So, I like really suck at that. So, probably won't settle down, but maybe.
You said you're going through school right now. So is that just kind of like a way to get yourself through school? Like, was this how it started, or?
No. So I started I think it was like the second day after I turned 18. Like,
Oh, okay.
so it was almost like immediately.
Oh, you told us how it started. I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah.
Well, she didn't tell us how old she was.
Yeah, that's. I'm currently in college, so I get how like tough this shit is and how like expensive everything is. Like, I'm nightly eating like instant potatoes or instant noodles, like $1 bags.
Oh my gosh, ramen noodles and peanut butter and jellies is what like right now and smoothies.
Yeah,
that's not too bad though.
I'm doing like a batter, like the instant mashed potatoes, because I'm like, oh, they taste like something at least.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're fairly good. They're pretty easy to cook as long as you have a stove. You can cook them.
I do currently.
You can even do it in microwave. But yeah, they're pretty good. I don't remember what brand it is. They're just like $1.
Normally when I get off work, I honestly like go to rallies and like die in food. I'll wake up like halfway hungover in my bed with food still in my hand. So that's like the thing right now.
There's nothing like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the middle of the night.
It's a lot harder because I live with my girlfriend, so we have to find food for the two of us.
It's not killer eat.
Yeah, it's not killer eat, and I also have to make sure she likes it too. And she usually cooks, but if it's like expensive shit, I'll cook it. Like I'm really good at cooking steak or grilling food. But if it's something cheaper, like noodles, like she made biscuits and gravy tonight, which was really good.
Oh, that is one thing I miss so much from back home.
It's so
You
good.
can't get biscuits and gravy in Florida.
You can't get good biscuits and gravy down
there.
You have to find diners, which are so rare down here. But when you find one, they make such good like pork roll too, or Taylor ham. You can't find that anywhere but diners down here.
The only place I've ever enjoyed grits was at a diner I found in Florida.
Dude, that's the only place you can get them anyway.
No, I found there was some weird ass restaurant that served them.
Yeah, you gotta.
I went to
really
Florida. I had some of the best Indian food I ever had. I don't remember what the hell it was, but
They
God,
have
I
really
miss
good
that
Indian
place.
food here in Bloomington.
I might come down. We should go eat there sometime.
Yeah,
If I
it
ever
tastes
get
good
money.
to you. Huh? What was that?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said, do you guys like sushi at all?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Seth and I went and got sushi, like 2 weeks ago?
I didn't eat sushi, but we did go to a Chinese place.
Nah, fam.
He wouldn't
There's
eat
a
any
place
ginger.
There's a place down here called like Tiger Sushi, and you can get like 12 rolls for like $8 or something. And I literally like spend. That's where like most of my money goes. And
That's not the worst you could do. I say friend loosely. One of my friends like works a minimum wage job, and almost all of his money goes to Monster energy drinks.
Cole,
And I give him
why is
so
this-
much shit for it.
Why is this the only piece that fits here, Cole, but none of it seems to match around it?
I don't know.
So that's a good question. What's the pay like in porn? Is
You
it
don't have
any
to tell
good?
specifics, but you can just tell us like
No, we want.
I've heard
specifics.
that female porn
Yeah, how
stars
much
don't
money
get
you
paid very
make?
much, nor do male porn stars.
they so the males sometimes make more, but that's only because they do shoots with guys too while they're out there.
Yeah.
But, normally we do really good.
Seth, I heard you're interested in that.
What porn?
No, with dudes.
Oh yeah.
You can always apply on their website. All you gotta do is send in like a few nude pictures and a few non-nude, and ta-da.
There.
Have you ever thought about filming like solo stuff? Or have you
Yeah,
ever?
like webcamming and stuff.
Like what?
Like webcamming and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, with the contract I have right now, I can't. Like,
Ooh,
but when I
they're
keep
strict
Sold your
about
life?
that.
You signed your soul away?
Huh?
Signed your
So you
soul
signed-
away.
Pretty much. Like any new videos and stuff, I'm not allowed to like post or work for any other companies or anything like
That's
that
what's-
right now.
I mean, so you might think of that as a bad way, Calvin, but like that means it's like a serious, like you have like job security in that. Like, it means it's not
Yeah.
like something that like can just go away. Like they won't
It's not
contact you
some-
back.
It's not some amateur company.
Yeah. So that is there's a good way to think about that.
Yeah, it's nice little like insurance to make sure like I don't know.
Yeah, no, I got you. I was saying. I agree.
So do you think you ever will like branch out after you get done with this company and like start doing stuff on your own or
I really like the company I'm with right now, to be honest. So I hope I get to stay with them. But if like they decide to not resign when the thing is up, then I probably will get into webcamming and stuff more. But
Yeah, I feel like
that'd
that'd be a lot better just because like you
Is that
have
right?
control over everything
Doesn't look right.
and you can pretty much do whatever you want and work whenever you want.
Yeah, it's also, I mean, no matter what, like, industry, anyway, especially probably that one, it's probably scary going on your own.
You may even find better pay with it, considering that. Like, I mean, look at on Twitch, people are clothed there and they're making that much money. So
Yeah, you could just become a booby
I
streamer
don't know
on
if that's
Twitch.
a clothes.
I was gonna
There's
say.
definitely
Clothes,
a lot of exposed skin there.
clothes light.
yeah,
Like clothing.
I was gonna say like, but even then, those people are making probably more than web people. I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah, a lot of them don't even have personalities either. So
I literally just become a just chatting streamer, and there you go.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm doing right now, except I'm
Yeah, that's
posting
what-
stuff.
that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Well, this is it. This is your branching into the just chatting stream world.
I need to work on my cleavage.
How do you expand your cleavage?
Paper clips work wonders.
What? How? What?
How do you
You can also
tell me you
use
get a
a-
boot job? Is that what I just heard?
Well, I mean, that's what the plan is.
just pierce both your nipples and tie them together.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Nailed it.
makes me shiver, dude.
So mine is pierced right now, and last night I literally had a client that I was giving a lap dance to, and he bit my nipple piercing off, and they had to literally put it back in.
Oh.
I would be
And then he's
pissed.
like supposed to touch us, and he is like
Yeah.
leaning forward and top down.
Do people
That's
not know
a-
how strip clubs work? I've never been to one. Now I know the rules.
No,
Yeah.
they literally do not.
I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta give him props for being so precise. That's a hard one to just nail like that. How do you just like go from being leaned back, not touching, and then just suddenly like
He
pinpoint
just leans
accuracy?
forward. "Arr!"
Exactly.
Have you ever had a client thrown out before for stuff like that?
Yeah, so I had a client that literally, like, I was giving a lap dance again, and most of the time they, like, hold your back while you're dancing on them and stuff.
Yeah.
And he pulled me, like, closer to him, and he bit my stomach to where it bled.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
gosh.
So he got kicked out, and then I had a customer also, like, I was giving a dance, and he was smacking my ass to the point that it was, like, bruised. So they were like, he was drunk, and he would not let me
Yeah.
off his block, so they, like, kicked him out, too.
Yeah, that's definitely. I kind of want
Understandable.
to try to be a bouncer. I don't think that'd be the worst job I could have.
Is it scary working in a place like that?
I mean, like, so last week we had a guy with a gun outside, and they had to put the
Oof.
club on lockdown. So, like, but it's also, like, kind of.
Like, I don't know, for a bodyguard, like, I have the height, I have, like, size, but it's mostly about, like, your demeanor, how you come off towards people.
How
Like,
hard
most
you can
people
slap.
here are drunk, and, like, when you say, like, go up to them and say, they can get agitated. So you just gotta, like, have a little muscle, too, in case you need to.
Yeah, like, I'm a pretty big dude.
But.
See,
And the girls here, like some of them get in fights quite a bit. So it's not only the customers, it's like the workers too.
Yeah.
Have
Ever
you
get in a
ever
fight
been
with
in any
anybody you work
fights?
with?
So I was arrested in Indiana for getting in a fight when I lived there. And then I've been in quite a few fights here too.
You
I
were
got-
arrested in Indiana?
Yeah.
I got suspended from elementary for getting in a fight.
Oh,
I got
from my-
suspended for like a week.
I had to come for fighting too. So.
All right, Cole.
Mhm.
I feel like we have an edge piece in the wrong spot because this doesn't go anywhere, and there's only 2
you're
edge
kind
spots
you were
left.
kind of right about like the whole, like I get the demeanor thing and having the like a certain attitude towards it.
Yeah.
But lots of times, if you like, normally the bodyguards are ex, whatever SEALs, Marine,
Yeah.
whatever, and
That's
they are
like
such
good bodyguards though.
See,
Like,
but they are such nice guys. Like when you talk to them, they are so nice, but they know how to be so stern with people, and that's what's so cool is that they go between like
yeah.
they're such good guys, and then when they need to like go into action, they're so good at flipping that switch and immediately like you need to go or I will make you go, and I love those. Like,
See, I know I couldn't be like that level. Those are like dudes that like guard like I don't know, like famous
Oh, you
rappers
want to
and
see
shit
an
like that.
example, Cole? Hold on, I got an example for you.
But like I'm a pretty big dude, so I'm like 6'4", 280. But I like there's still some dudes out there that I see and I'm like, I'm not touching that dude. Like they're like one of the dudes that when I was working lifting salt that pulled up, he didn't help us at all lift his salt into the fucking truck. This dude is probably 6'7", 6'8", like 300 pounds of muscle. And I was like,
holy
this dude
crap,
could throw me. No problem.
that's insane.
No, I've seen some small bouncers, but that's because it's more of their attitude.
It is the attitude. That's
Also, they could probably beat the crap out of you if they needed to.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
see, you say that, but like, it's actually a lot harder to beat like a bigger guy. Like you can do it.
No, I knew one of my.
But-
He wasn't really my uncle, but I always called him Uncle Monkey. He wasn't the tallest guy, but he liked to get drunk and knock people out. And I've seen him. I've seen pictures where he knocked somebody out that was like twice his height. Pretty
I don't
much.
know, because
Well-
I mean, it's also weight. It's not just.
I
No,
mean,
he wasn't even a big guy.
That's
He's
the
probably
reason,
like
like-
140 pounds.
That's the reason professional fighting has weight classes, because it is actually really hard to knock someone out who's bigger than you. If someone has like, I don't know, say 6 more inches reach on you, they're going to be hitting you before you can even touch them. They'll knock you out before you can even get towards their face.
So, what happened with you getting arrested when you got in a fight in Indiana?
So it was with my oldest sister, and it was on New Year's. And basically, we just got like sick of seeing each other over the holidays and stuff. And we always fought a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like lost my shit and go on just like attacked her for no reason, pretty much.
For no
Did she
reason?
press charges? Should you press charges for that?
Yeah, it wasn't even
She
really
did?
for no reason. Like she like I don't know. We just both know how to agitate each other a lot.
Yeah, I can't believe
And
she pressed charges though.
yeah, well, she pressed them and then she dropped them, and then the state picked them up.
Oh.
So I went to jail for 5 days, and then I had to pay like $2,000 in court costs. And I'm still on probation until this New Year's.
That's rough.
Wow.
Yeah, my mugshot definitely was not hot, so heads up.
What, you saying you have the sexiest mugshot out there?
No, it's like the troll ones that you see, like,
Can I
very
use
bad.
your mugshot for the thumbnail of this podcast?
Never.
All
I
right.
mean, please do not.
No, I won't. I won't.
It's like the pictures
mean-
of the guys huffing paint after they've been arrested.
I obviously don't know what your relationship's like between you and your sister, but like still pressing charges on family seems pretty low. Like, I don't know.
Nah, fuck
Our
that. Most
relationship
family
was, like,
members I have that they touch
sorry.
me in any way. I was
No,
saying,
come on.
nah, I completely understand pressing charges against family. I have family members I cannot stand, and if they ever touched me, there would be charges pressed.
Well, that's
So
what we
somebody
always
had-
can tolerate each other for like 2 hours, and after that, it's like game on. Like who can annoy each
Oof.
other the most? Like,
Jeez.
It's kind of like my relationship with my dad. It's like I can put up with him for about 5 minutes, and then it's like I want to leave and no longer want anything to do with him.
I have a pretty good relationship with my family. Like, we hang out all the time. Yeah, I think I got lucky with my family. I have a pretty decent size. I have like 4 cousins on my mom's side, and 4 on my mom's side or dad's side.
And
And we're all
my
get
family's
along.
huge. My family's huge.
Yeah, I have a big family too. Yeah, when you have those big families, you're always gonna have some nut amongst them.
I mean, I got a nut amongst him, but he's still cool. He stole shit from me before, but I also know that he has like a really hard time doing anything with his life. So I didn't really hold it against him, and he hasn't done anything like that ever again.
Yeah.
Who stole from you?
well,
Oh,
but
my
I
cousin
actually
Kyle.
apologized to her because like I was like, I'm sorry I lost my shit like that. Like I do still love you and stuff, but you're a fucking idiot still. I apologize without exactly apologizing.
There.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about apologizing. I get it.
Well, no, I
I'm
guess
just really petty when it comes to stuff. Like,
well, I'm guessing that she pushed you pretty hard.
Siblings have a way of doing that to each other.
Ooh, well, when
Pushed
you
her
have
pretty
the other
hard. She's
person's
like, I
weakness-
basically attacked her for no reason.
I did I tell this guitar story on the podcast before. My cousin. So it was the flood of the Indiana flood, or I don't know. It was more
The flood.
2008 flood.
oh, that was bad.
Yeah. So my house and my parents' house got trapped on like a little island with 3 other houses, and my cousin was over, and my brother was, and they usually get along, but they're kind of like cabin fever. Like they hadn't been out in a week really. So they were fighting, and my cousin picked up a guitar and smashed it over my brother's chest and like knocked the wind out of him.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And my brother's not weak. Like he did 2 tours in Iraq. He's a
Hmm.
strong guy.
See, I can't even fathom hitting like a family member. Like it's just so outlandish to me. But hey, I
Yeah,
mean,
same.
see, that's the thing though. I never had like a brother in a sense. I feel like if I had a brother, we probably would have gotten into physical
Oh, me and my brother
altercation.
got into fights all the times.
My brother
Yeah.
like adores me. Like we were pretty. Well, he's 8 years older than me, so he's my half brother. So like he like I think for my 13th birthday, he went and bought me a PSP. Like, he would just give me shit all the time. He's really cool. And, like, even now, he's like, hey, you want to play games all the time? He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I get along totally fine with my sister. Yeah, it's like, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. I've never been in a legitimate fight with a family member.
I love my brother, but I hate him because he reminds me far too much of my father.
Fair.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anymore. I'm gonna get in trouble one of these days, but I'm just like looking for a fight some days. I get really bad, like especially if I'm like walking home and someone like drives right in front of me or something and cuts me off. I like go the fuck off. One time I was waiting for this person to cross the road. They had like blacked out windows and a shitty van. So like they pulled up and I was like I was waiting for them to go on and they just like started slamming on their horn at me, so I flipped them off. And like this older black lady gets out and she's like, "You fucking stupid white boy, you move the fuck out." I was like, "Your windows are tinted, you fucking idiot. I can't see you waving me on." And it was just like she just kept calling me a stupid white boy.
Mm.
I was like, "Oh, you fucking idiot."
I get petty in traffic too. Like one time I had a truck riding my ass, so I literally brake checked and then completely stopped, like in the middle of the highway, till they went around me.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I would have rear-ended you. I'd be like, you stop in the middle of the highway.
No, I've looked this up before, by the way. It's still your fault. If you rear-end them, it's still 100% your fault. Even if they're brake checking you. I've looked this up because I like watched a bunch of like road rage videos, and I was like, I wonder what happened.
I wouldn't have cared. I would not have cared.
So the explanation for that is the only way it's not your fault if they're brake checking you is if both of the lanes beside you are taken up and you can't move to the side. That's the only way it's not your fault.
I was gonna say I don't think that way. Normally it's like if somebody cuts me off, I'm like, oh okay, I guess that happened. And
I go off, dude. I will fucking go out the window and be like, watch your fucking lane or something.
Well, see, at first I'm like, did I do something wrong? And then I'm like, no, I did exactly what I was supposed to. They're the idiot.
I guess I'll get the other way. I get like really defensive and really aggressive. So I think we accidentally cut someone off. Like it obviously wasn't on purpose. I wouldn't do it on purpose. And like they sat there and blared the horn. It wasn't that bad of a cutoff either. Like I think like they were turned on the road. I turned on like a little bit before them, and they just started like blaring their horn at me. And then they're like following us. My girlfriend's like, I think they're following us. I was like, let them. I'll beat their ass. I don't care. They don't deserve to be this mad.
Dude,
I'll kick some ass.
How about the whip with the gat?
No, I don't even have the gat on me. I'll break some legs.
I'm
Pull a tire iron.
You can attest to this as well. Florida drivers are maniacs.
Oh my god,
They
they
are
break
men-
out of nowhere for
They are mental.
Jesus, you got a fucking condor in there? What the fuck is that?
I'm always ready for a fight now. I'm really bad at it.
See, I do that purely because I never know what somebody's intentions are. I'm like always prepared if somebody's going to really screw with me and try to hurt me. I'm not going to take it like or get surprised by it. Like when I'm in a parking lot in
especially in
particular.
Florida, you gotta be careful
no way.
because you got all the fucking crazies down there. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
that's fair. It's if it was a bigger area, I wouldn't be. I don't live in that big of a town. There's not like that much like stabbings or anything here. That's probably there's more more in for it.
Hey, cool. How long have we been going?
Hour.
An hour and what?
An hour and 10.
Okay. We can wrap if you want.
We'll give it.
Get back to work.
All right. We got to wrap
Sorry.
then. No, you're
All
good. We're been on an hour anyways. That's usually
Have
time.
fun. Not too
You
much
want-
though.
You want to do the outro, Cole?
No, I did the intro.
All right. Thanks for tuning in the 2.5 Thiccies podcast. You can check us out on patreon.com/2.5 Thiccies. Follow us. We've got amazing tiers. We got the $2 tier where you can find bonus episodes for only $2. We get the $15,000 tier where you can get pictures of Calvin for $15,000.
Close. No news.
No one has ever seen him, ever. He may not even exist. Thanks for tuning in to the 2.5 Sick Guys podcast. I feel like shit.
Wait.
Have fun.
So, hourly, are you heavy? You chunky at all?
Eh,
We're gonna
I'm
say
like
he's chunky.
slightly-
Okay, so he's taking.
Are you
slightly
fat?
overweight.
Are you big?
No. I'm like slightly overweight, but not like.
Okay, we'll
huge.
take that. We'll take
You
You're
that.
gotta
not a
kick him.
thickie? You're telling me
You
you're
gotta
not a
be
thick
fat.
boy?
Yeah, we needed you to be a
I'll,
thickie
I'll
for
go
2.5
with
decades.
thick. I'll go
This is
with
a fat guys only podcast and porn stars.
You can't even say that. Seth is like 100 pounds, maybe.
See, let me put it like this. I've got a big butt for my size.
Same.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right. All right. Anyways, thank you, Marie, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It was a blast, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, good luck.
Bye.